You know, they timed the ad perfectly today. It ended about 30 seconds ago. Woo! That's why my startups are about 4 minutes and 45 seconds to a little over 5 minutes. So that first ad of the stream essentially gets stepped on, if you will, by the startup. So you don't miss anything. Anyway, welcome guys. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Igloo. Just doing my normal checking of everything before we get started. I'm going to be continuing our Mass Effect series playthrough today. Mass Effect Andromeda, as you can see behind me. Day 3. I believe it is. We're on Eos. We made it to Eos finally. Or is it day 4? God, I can't keep track of anything. Yeah, day 3. So yeah, we got the ship. We did all the preliminary stuff, the intros, talked to everybody on the Nexus, all that stuff. We are now on Eos. And we are about to go into the vault. We did all of the, oh God, what the hell do they call those things? The towers that you got to do the Sudoku on. We did all those. We're literally at the door, at the front door of the vault. God, building shade. Why am I building shaders? I just played the game yesterday. Ugh.
Radiation levels increasing.
Should we talk to PB? No. So yeah, the towers there, they triangulated. They triangulated to this spot and we had to drive over here.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
Loadout screens. I mean, we're good with all that stuff. We got the Deep Explorer set. We can keep Cora. There we go. Now we got some paint jobs. I don't know where these came from. We didn't have them. The one that I like, yeah, the Migrant Spirit, that's that's the Aquarian themed one. Midas Touch, Tuchanka Grit, Tabula Rasa, that's the standard. That's the standard white one. There's one called, I think it's Nebula. That's my favorite by far. That one's really cool.
No, this can't be right. All that fanfare for an empty room? There's some secret here. There must be. Do your Pathfinder thing.
Do your...
Oh, you're good.
It wasn't me.
I didn't do a thing.
How far down do you think it goes?
Yeah, there just happens to be a rock there.
That can't be air pressure. Electrostatic? Ah, gravitation. Oh, you idiot, PB. That wasn't the front door. This is. I'll let you know. Hey!
What the fuck? Chorus this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to do that or not.
It's acting like a gravity well. But where's it taking us? Embrace the unknown, Ryder. Now this is more like it. Looks like a bunker. Or a vault. whatever you call it. The controls for that atmosphere processor might be down here somewhere.
Let's find out.
Anything could be important. Let's be thorough.
Not what we're looking for, but worth getting a record.
You go ahead. I've got your back.
Look there. You see that?
Looks like a broken information display.
I'll be right behind you, so that way when we turn around to run,
Got anything?
I'll be in the
There's
front.
element 0 threaded through all this tech. Imagine the engineering that would take. I think that gravity well works in reverse, too.
Then we have a way out.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Not until we find those processor controls. Only minimal power. I don't think it triggered the atmosphere processor, but...
Pathfinder, a conduit beneath the floor just activated. Fluid is running through it. It could be generating emergency power. Your scanner will have more details.
no signs of any cat. Maybe they can't get into the vault?
But you can. That'll get their attention.
Lucky me. I see the conduit, Sam. Whatever it is, it leads out of the room.
What have we here?
Phrase recovered. Must read to access. This console links to surface facilities.
Then it must control the atmosphere processor.
No glyphs. It looks dead, or locked down, like most of this place.
I see
Fluid
clips
conduit
on her.
leads to this console and further into the vault.
So if we follow that conduit, it might lead to the system lockdown.
Holographic data storage pattern translation incomplete due to data corruption. Data recovery minimal.
Now that's interesting.
Analysis. Data of a cache of remnant data. Several key clusters are irretrievable.
Shouldn't it be warmer this deep underground?
It's like
These
the same
data
thing.
pattern things are incredible. If I'm right, each one can hold hundreds of zettabytes. There are whole species who get by with less. Another gravity well, and that's new.
What is it?
A symbol of authority? A key? It's easy to speculate with Remnant, but we need more facts. I'll see what I can find on this beauty. Maybe over this way.
Whatever has this place on lockdown is that way.
I do my best work solo. You fix up the vault, I'll investigate the relic, and together we'll figure this place out.
Crazy?
You don't watch many horror vids, do you? We have no idea what's down there.
And we never will if we miss something because we're huddled in a group. I'll be careful.
Just stay on the radio.
I'm on frequency 145.8. Stay safe.
10 credits say she ends up in a pit of spikes.
This gravity well's sealed off.
There she
All the way
goes.
through.
Incidentally, a gravity well is the gravitational effect of a large mass in space. This is more accurately a well with variable gravity.
Keep a note for our sorry friend, and for when we try to explain all this.
Don't go in there.
Comm check. It's, well, you know who.
We read you, PB. Stay in touch. They dug this place through solid rock.
Look up there. Must be how they kept it from collapsing.
Get ready to do your platforming.
Whoa, what's that liquid?
Unable to classify.
The only way through is down towards it.
An unknown alloy and other materials. The composition resembles omnigel.
Maybe that's the fluid in the conduit.
Let's see. Unknown ferrofluid, 5% trace, 12% ceramic remainder. Unknown alloy analysis. This liquid is composed of several materials, including an unclassified alloy. It is held in a fluidic or molten state by unknown means, possibly magnetic suspension. Yeah, see, we got some bad boys over there.
Remnant!
We could go there,
Careful,
or
don't fall in that liquid.
It burns through your shields. Found that out the hard way.
Looks like a blast shield. That might be handy. Use the pillars for cover!
not really close enough to use any of the biotics. Thank you.
So whatever that liquid is, they need a whole aqueduct of it.
Make that 2 aqueducts, at least. I just crossed one.
Let's see what's behind the door. I know there's some things to find in here. In all of the vaults, actually.
Assemblers are hostile!
Careful! Remember, they make other remnant.
We'll never be able to describe all this. People will have to see it for themselves.
All right, nothing in there. All right, let's see. What does our map look like? Okay, that's where we came in.
We're good.
God.
All this for an atmosphere processor. What is
Can you
this
imagine
place?
how big that actually is? Damn, son.
How come this liquid hasn't dried up? Unless turning that conduit on started it all flowing again. Wouldn't that be something?
More of the same.
Another aqueduct. How many do they need?
If it really is like Omnigel, that fluid could be what's keeping this place going.
Are those roads down there? I can't even see where they end.
Up there! More remnant! Watch the edges!
Way ahead of you! Keep looking up! Don't let them get above us!
Keep up the pressure! We're almost through!
Yeah. You are not safe.
Some things down here work, and some don't.
Perhaps to direct and assist manual reactivation of the vault, or to mislead intruders.
Great.
Self combos for the win every freaking time.
We're good!
What does that do? So, okay, just changes the barricades. PB will show up over here, as I recall.
PB! Ryder! That relic box I found? Not a symbol of authority! The remnants still shoot at me! I'll try it with one of those data patterns we saw.
Is that a good idea?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Always
It would
look
take
around
years
before
to
going
tunnel a place
forward.
this big.
And good reasons to build it.
Big one. Big one.
That's one way to light a room. The atmosphere processor we found before didn't need all these steps. Dad just interfaced with it directly.
And it didn't work out so great.
Direct intervention was necessary in that case, but clearly unwise.
Look how high it is. Might be another gravity well. The well's sealed. Damn. Maybe we can use the conduit for emergency power, same as before. Better safe than sorry! Take them out!
You're sure this well isn't gonna open up under us?
Pretty sure! Focus on the remnants!
Shit. Oh, where's it gonna put me?
Look how high it is. Might be another gravity well. Better safe than sorry. Take them
Get
out.
those damn assemblers.
You're sure this well isn't gonna open up under us?
Pretty sure. Focus on the remnants. The well's sealed. Damn. Maybe we can use the conduit for emergency power, same as before.
Set it up, knock them.
One at a time, please. There we go.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner. The conduit splits and goes through each of those devices.
Interfacing may complete the circuit and allow the well to open.
If it gets us to the system lockdown, let's try. Okay, let's hit both those consoles and complete the circuit.
Moving.
This device appears defensive in nature.
Yep.
Power restored to the gravity well. The conduit leads down. Conduit fluid pressure is variable. There could be activity below.
Then let's dig deeper.
Coming, kids.
Barely any dust. How old is this place?
Unknown. Radiation counts indicate the vault has been offline for several hundred years.
Around the time the Scourge appeared. That can't be a coincidence. Maybe the Scourge is why all this tech was abandoned?
A second, let me rearrange here for a second. Get my drink poured. PB's gonna make another appearance here shortly, I believe. All right.
Crap, the conduit sprang a leak.
Careful. No way you can interface with the console like that.
And no fluid means no power. Damn it. Maybe that's why those devices up above were turned off. We're not turning back now. There has to be some way to fix the leak. A gauntlet, or maybe a hand tool.
Our scientists will love it either way.
Ryder! Up here! What happened? I can't get any doors to work.
The conduit's breached.
Hey, wait! The observers were using weird laser frequencies to fix a broken wall back there. I can send the frequencies to your Omni tool. Maybe they can patch up the conduit?
And received. I'll give them a shot. The system's responding to those frequencies. Just a patch job, but it should hold.
Nice work! If it's fixed, that console should work now.
One-time use only.
Looks like it worked.
There's even a bridge! You're a pal, Ryder.
Where are you going?
We've got to be close to the system lockdown by now. First one gets the glory.
We'll catch up. Let's see if we powered up a way out of here.
Let's see. The adaptability of this
That.
rare device suggests that it may actively bridge other remnant systems in a way we can't yet emulate. Hey, Bluebird Man, how's it going? Provides significant research potential for initiative technologies.
How do we get across?
Magic.
That did it.
Watch your step. It's still a long drop. Wait, plants? All the way down here?
You see them too? Thought all the gravity fun had messed up my eyes.
No sunlight.
We'll be right back. Would you rather eat a juicy cheeseburger or a fresh ingredient pizza with an amazing crust? I don't know. Maybe the pizza. Pizza would probably be. Pizza actually sounds real good right now, actually. Oof. All right. All right, I guess I can put my watch back on. It's charged. Shout out! Did you stream yesterday, Bluebird Man? I didn't. I had other things to do yesterday, so I did not watch anyone yesterday after I finished up my stream, so I have no idea. Okay,
The source
so
of the system lockdown may yield more information. We appear to be close.
yeah, but we want to go over there first.
I didn't eat a big breakfast.
Company!
All right, where are the damn... There we go. Assemblers. Oh, Cora with the airborne. All right, let's go back this way. Remember how the hell we get over there. Let's look around for a minute.
Sounds like you made it.
Bye-bye. I'm trying to figure out how to get back over to the other side. I know you can go over there. Get that plant.
Looks like a side room. Still, could be anything in here.
Oh. Nope.
You'll be fine.
There... no. Just the light.
Why so jumpy?
See? Absolutely fine.
Ah! Damn it!
It's okay. It's fine.
Knew it. Phew. Come on.
It made a new path. I think that's the right way. We could reach it if we backtrack.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Servers coming up at us!
What?
Armor hydraulics compensating.
Whoops. Whoops.
Oh. No, I'm okay.
damn it. I'm trying to I know you can get over there.
We're 2 gravity wells down already, and this place goes even deeper. What's at the bottom?
Let's not find out the hard way.
We've got a path to... Whoa!
There we go. Throw it off. Oh, maybe not. There we go.
Clear!
And there's supposed to be something up there, too. Oh, I can't reach it. Okay. Unused skill points. I know. I'm not worried about that right now. Maybe it's this one.
Now where does that go?
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Ryder, I think I got it. This relic is some kind of data storage device.
What's on it?
More remnant back here.
Yeah, they're all kind of all over the place.
Set it up.
Clear!
Clear. All right, what can we scan? What can we scan? I need money.
Readouts say the air's fresh even without a helmet. How's that possible?
Look at all those data patterns. It's practically a library.
Came across.
Severe data corruption detected.
Is there anything left?
A possible reference to Eos. And
Came
term that
across
could
a
translate to craft,
someone was selling a
discovery,
Cobra
or
RPG
edifice.
round yesterday. Never ever turn
Data
those
recovered.
down.
These fragments appear to be from system reports generated by the Vault. However, I do not recognize most of the systems described. I detect no additional glyphs in the area.
Because those are great against some of the larger enemies. All right. That one is good. This one will be that one. Is that it? Cross is good. Second row. Good. Third row. Fourth row. First column, no duplicates. Second column, no duplicates. Third column, no duplicates. Fourth column, no duplicates. That should be fine. There should be no duplicates within each block as well. I don't see any, so that should be it.
You're good at this.
There's a mod. Not that it solves the
Data corruption. Unable to translate.
puzzles for you or anything, but it converts the symbols to
Severe
numbers.
data corruption. Unable to recover information.
A little easier to process than looking at the symbols. Anything down there?
Dad would have really loved this place.
Nothing hooked him like the unknown.
Someday Scott could be exploring down here.
All right, switch it back. Thank you, Zarbaxis, for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning. How is you? Hope everything went well yesterday.
Too far, even for jump jets.
That's why we have this.
That is cool.
You've already seen this, Liam. when we were in the Nomad.
Hair's tingling. Like the moment before lightning.
Oh, black and white. Nice. Nicely done. That one doesn't get used that often, actually. Mass Effect Noir. Maybe that's what I do, is do some kind of sepia tone. Maybe put a like a scratchy old film look to it. Like on my my clips when I take lunch break and stuff, those clips that I do, and put some extra effects on them to make them look old.
Feel that? This whole platform's resonating with something. We must be close.
Let's do a let me look into that. so I don't forget.
No question. This is the heart of the vault.
I've never seen anything like it.
Back of my neck's doing that thing.
Sealed off. I don't think we can burn through that.
All conduits converge here, Pathfinder.
That must be the lockdown console.
Let's do our skills. All right, Cora and Liam first. 6 points for Ms. Harper. Let's see. Shield boost. She needs 18 points. Damn. You don't get that for a while. Excuse me. So let's see. 2. Give her max shields. No, we can do shield regen. So that'll give her 3. We'll give her 1 point there. And that way we can put 2 in. Charge. Yes. Liam. It's 7 for him. We can do 3 or 3 2s or 2 2s and a 3. Prime them for combo detonations. Let's do that and that. So we got 3 left. We can do 1 of anything else. Max shields, mask. Let's give him military training. All right, that'll be it for him, Mr. Costa. And now for me, 12 points. What do I need for charge? 9. I've got 6, so I can do 3 more points somewhere. Let's see. Biotic power damage. Let's do that for sure. Containment. Do that for sure. Charge is now available. We can do that if we want to. Barrier. Let's at least put a point in charge so we can have it available. Barrier is a passive. The triangles are passive. Just in case it wasn't mentioned before or I didn't mention it. So we can put point in that. You've still got 6. Let's see, we can do another 2 there. Pull and throw. Let's see. We can do 2 there. And then we can put 2 into charge. Do we want to change our loadout? Put charge in the middle. Seconds to recharge. 6 seconds. 6 seconds recharge for charge. All right, get your track shoes on. Grab that.
Huh. Any thoughts, Sam?
Unknown, though it appears related to the lockdown. An in-depth study may reveal its purpose. The system lockdown is disabled. The vault and the atmosphere processor should return to full operation.
Ryder, you fixed the lockdown, didn't you? The whole place is lighting up. Power readings are off the chart. Really off the chart.
But if it's back online, we should be good to
go.
Should we?
Go! PB, get back to the entrance now!
I saw it! What is that thing?
Don't risk it, just go! Watch out, Fizz!
It would be wise to escape, Ryder.
I
No
know, Sam!
shit.
Too far to jump. Got another bridge?
I looked back. Why did I look back?
Some of these you will have an opportunity
Keep running!
to duck into a side room and grab a chest.
Another gravity well!
It could go anywhere.
It goes away from here, we're taking it!
Anywhere but here, Edie.
Sweeping the whole vault! Kills anything in its way!
Yeah, like us! That's the door to the entrance, almost there! The barrier's gone!
Get that thing if you want, but it's going to be close.
We're almost clear. Where are you? Hello? PB!
I don't think I'd slow down to be taking one shot.
Ah, it's right on our heels! Get to the gravity well!
Not moving. Find an override.
Console is attempting surface reconnection.
Come on!
Vault restart is now complete.
That was... Talk about a rush.
What was that field?
Might have been sweeping the vault, or chasing us.
An immune response? Maybe one last scrub before startup? This place is full of surprises.
We have to be more careful. That field almost disintegrated us.
But it didn't. You want to focus on that or the cool vault you just activated?
Atmosphere processor is online. Recovering last console
Yeah, but unfortunately,
activity.
you can't go back into the vaults
that
once
the
you
Helios
finish.
cluster?
Once you reactivate
Yeah.
them.
There we are. That's Eos.
Whoa. Did restarting the system do that?
If that light is us, then all these points could be vaults on other worlds. Dormant like this one.
Maybe. But why is there a whole network of them? What's all this for?
This tech can create observers from nowhere or ravage a whole planet. And that's just what we've seen. The bots, those plants back there, the atmosphere processors.
Back home, some corporation hit a desert world with an ice comet. They changed the atmosphere to bring rain.
To help it support life.
That first processor we saw was making things worse, but maybe it malfunctioned.
Is that what these builders were trying to do? Make worlds habitable? Even terraform a whole cluster?
Hey, look there. That's different. Maybe it's active? We've got to go see.
Sam?
Extrapolating. These coordinates lie beyond the space we have currently surveyed, Pathfinder.
Mark it on our charts. We need more to go on. Let's head up to the surface. I could use some fresh air. Look at that sky.
How? No atmosphere processor works that fast.
If this effect
Magic.
is representative, Pathfinder, air and moisture patterns will show noticeable improvement. Eos could support an outpost.
A foothold. That's all we need. Just enough to begin. This remnant technology could be the key to our survival, if we can control it.
You can. Kind of. Still, wouldn't hurt to find a manual.
We've got a lead. Sam marked it on the charts down there. That site is active, whatever it is. Who knows what we'll find there.
We? You want to come along?
I want to know what makes the Remnant tick. You've got a key to their technology. Or a crowbar, at least.
All right, you're in.
Welcome aboard. We'll get you a fancy job title to go over your bunk.
I only need a footlocker. Datapad, toothbrush, clean underwear, that'll do. I'll catch up with you.
Well, this will be interesting.
Now for our new outpost.
You have already logged an ideal site. Nav point noted. Updating Tempest.
The Nexus is on pins and needles, Ryder. Pods are inbound and ready.
Let's go make it happen.
Let's go do an outpost.
I liked those pre-trip vision paintings of future Eos. Green fields, rivers, forests. Wonder what it'll really be like down the line.
Fewer death storms would be nice.
We'll get there. Pathfinder is
Oh,
enough to
don't
tip the balance.
give me a chance to scan them first.
Clean shot.
Oh crap! Are we? Oh, are we running an ad? Did I completely miss that? Let's see. Would you rather filter what you're about to say or say what's on your mind? Say what's on your mind, man. Let's grab a save. Oh, did you do it again? Did you do black and white again? Because it's showing 14 minutes again. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Good one.
Good one.
Incoming.
Putting him down.
Gotta remember. That's what I was just asking. It's like, what? The timer reset on that somehow. I wonder if it's because the because it was running when the ad happened. Yeah, the charge is definitely a Vanguard thing, and that's what we were talking about the other day with the skills. In this game, you can pretty much mix and match whatever you want. So we can mix and match. We can do adept stuff, plus we can add the charge to it. So
Cat ahead. They appear to be fighting a Krogan.
Is that Drac?
yep.
Ryder, about time you joined the party. Think I made them angry. Good.
Good.
That's it, kid. Keep it up. Good one. Color me impressed.
You should be, old man.
Let's do this.
Woo!
That fight was fun.
Wait till I get my piranha shotgun set
you
up.
can really handle yourself, kid. And I hear you're the one to thank for clearing up the sky. Had your number all wrong.
So, the clouds parted. These Ket look pretty keeled over. Maybe us humans can pull our weight after all.
Well, you can, clearly. But there's a lot to do before I'd be that smug about it. You know what? I'm gonna ignore my gut and join up. This fight was good, and we can do it again. And before you go saying you don't need a Krogan, believe me, you do.
You do.
That's what I said.
The first colonists sent audio logs about these regions back to the Nexus.
And?
Fairwinds Basin. Lowest radiation count in the area. Little bit of hope.
It is calmer. Notice that?
Let's go around and get these minerals first. Just grab them whenever you see them. Just make it a habit. You may not ever need it all, and likely won't need it all, but I've always lived by the I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it philosophy. Just a fancy word for calling me a hoarder, I guess. Actually, let me make a note on the into
This is where we'll build our new outpost. A real beginning.
Prepping deployment order. You must choose what purpose this new outpost will serve.
The Nexus doesn't get a say?
Resources are at a crisis point. Protocol states this judgment call falls to the Pathfinder. With current supplies, you could build a military outpost, focusing on defense and militia training. Alternatively, a scientific outpost could advance the initiative's research and discoveries.
any opinions?
What do you think?
Chat?
Military outpost or scientific?
Pathfinder's call, but research is no good if we're dead. Military.
It's got to be science. Our colonists need to understand their home.
Be advised that the first outpost placed by a Pathfinder will be a statement in itself.
I almost always go
Or not,
science.
Your choice will represent the initiative and its intentions
Yeah.
in Andromeda. Consider carefully.
I think, yeah, I guess I think there's some benefits to both. I think go with the military option. I think I read somewhere that in the final fight you'll get some additional military resources if you go military. But like I said before, I have always done scientific.
Prioritize research and discovery. That's our foundation and our future.
Orders prepped. Ready when you're
I think that'll make Addison happy too. Not that we really give a shit about that, but
Andromeda Initiative. This is Ryder. Pathfinder.
Didn't anybody ever tell you it's rude to
Miss
eat before the
B,
kids?
doing good.
For deployment.
Lurky turkey. Yes, please, lurky away.
Outpost blocked inbound
Bradley.
and ready as hell. August Bradley.
Augie.
Operational head for this block. Mayor now, I suppose. We're ready to make the most of what you delivered.
How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling well enough, I guess. Yeah, not just my efforts.
It took a lot of people to get us this far. That's the work you'll continue.
I hear that. Prodromos. That's what we're calling her.
They're eager. I haven't seen eager for months. Eos is far from golden. But now it's a producer. A real and reasonable first step. They think you did the impossible. The Nexus. I warned them, hoping was irresponsible.
Not too
Proved
cruddy.
me wrong, Pathfinder.
I appreciate your candor. We're all on the same side.
I wouldn't go that far.
Try to be nice to her. She's still a bitch.
The Reality Rider? You brought us time. But one outpost on a long-shot planet won't stop us from starving.
Baby
You
steps,
already have a
lady.
lead on something else?
The nav point. From the vault.
Now it gets complicated. The others are ready to officially sanction your efforts, to be a part of your success. We all want the initiative to succeed. But after failing for so long, no one agrees on how to do it. Be aware, that's all.
Yeah.
Watch out for everyone. But not you, right? You're genuine.
I know what I came here to be. Talk to Bradley. Later, we'll go over the extended job of Pathfinder. Until then.
Why does
Hands
everybody
waiting
wear
on the
long
Nexus.
sleeves? It's like everybody wears long sleeves. I don't get it. There you go. There it is. I don't know why it put us way the hell up here. That's the forward station that we got yesterday. Give you an idea where we are, and there's the that's the one that we found PB at. Oh, don't shoot. Please don't shoot. Hey, we've got color again. Yeah, see that flashing thing over there? That's another one of those memories that Sam was telling us about yesterday. Right next to Augie.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Hello.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though I hear you've got Vetra Nix keeping you well stocked.
You know Vetra?
I worked with her on the Nexus in those days of chaos. But I need ground under my feet, and soon hopefully trade will flourish on Eos.
You said you know Vetra. What's she really like?
She's awesome.
Vetra. You're lucky to have her. Few weathered the mutiny on the Nexus as gracefully. The mutineers tried to convince her to join them. She refused, yet many of them are still her contacts and allies. If Vetra Nix has advice for you, I'd listen.
So how did you end up here, Connor?
Me? You're the Grand Explorer. I fill out requisition forms.
Really? Everyone here has some kind of story.
I left mine back home. Or... the... still... Ask me another time.
Is Eos trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics. They'll have it.
See you later.
Be well. Come back again.
Be well. My God, we've got people here.
Enjoy it. I'll be up all night collecting.
Assault rifle recon scope.
Bradley asked about it. Is there anything he's not overseeing?
I think he feels safer with the
Pathfinder. A word with you?
Sure. What up?
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around Eos, it should work.
It should work.
Is this a sure thing, Mitney, or just pie in the sky?
I have no interest in wasting your time.
Thank you.
This could form the basis
I don't
for
either.
armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Craft the Pathfinder chest piece. Yeah, she's like shit-faced already. We just got here. At least she looks like she is. She may not be the Normandy, but she is a hell of a cool ship anyway. And love the design. Love the design. Yeah, so, yeah, unfortunately, it's just like finishing a mission and talking to the crew. Looking around, talking to everybody, collecting anything we can find. Let's see, what was it that we were looking for? Additional tasks. There we go, craft. Pathfinder chest piece. Pathfinder chest. We need cadmium. Okay. Helios, Nexus, Tempest, Family Secrets, Cores. Where was the one where we were supposed to talk to? Monkeys in space. Talk to Bradley. Please help. This is the only way I can get the word out before someone gets killed. My work crew, they keep talking about that remnant tech. They think the initiative's lying about how dangerous it is, that a couple of electrodes in the right place could get the remnant to work for them instead. They've tried before, and I helped out in medbay when those remnant observers carved up Barty. But Jennings says we could live like kings if we had an army of remnant bots working and fighting for us. He's taking the whole work crew to help him this time. I have to go with them. Maybe I can talk Jennings out of it. But if I can't, someone should know why we didn't come back.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
That's a recipe for trouble.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
We just got here. People are already doing stupid shit. Alright, can't go in there yet. Anything above? Right.
This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Oops.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. The sand may be from several locations. I need more data to form a conclusion.
August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes?
Yes.
Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
Why did you join the Andromeda initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, he suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonists. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
Victor Carson, Mr. Josephs. I find it troubling that you think I could be swayed by my duty as from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Carson is a friend of yours, but that's hardly an adequate reason to release him from cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two are a disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journey to Helios. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set. And if I hear you've gone over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you'll have to answer to me. You have me to answer to. Same thing. Administrator Brecca. Case notes. Number 24, Dr. Ramirez. Symptoms, conditions, acute insomnia, claustrophobia. Details on examination. No organic underlying cause. Apparently suffered a mechanical failure when coming out of stasis that locked her in the pod. Clearly a psychosomatic case, but symptoms are acute. Prescribed tetravoxine and VR post-stasis therapy. Next appointment in 2 weeks. Personal note, I'm seeing several cases of post-stasis anxiety and other related conditions. The techies solved a lot of the physical effects of long-term stasis, but we're clearly seeing the psychological effects run a lot deeper. People just aren't designed to be turned off for too long. Should talk with Hanley about a long-term research initiative. We're first for a lot of things. Yeah, we'll talk to Hanley here in a minute. One of the other buildings. We'll let the ad run before we do anything else. Oh, man. Okay, so what happened when that ad kicked in? Okay, which ad run?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, what's our question this time? Would you rather someone see all the photos in your phone or read all your text messages? Man, oh man, it seemed like even with the new thing, it seemed like we've had that one before recently. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I've got nothing to hide. Dun, 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 dun. All right, case notes number 76. Dr. Ramirez again, patient ID 76, symptoms and condition, multiple leg fractures. Details, patient lost his grip and fell during maintenance work on the roof. Jump jets failed to fire. Compound fractures to the right leg, severe sprains to the left ankle. Patient showed an allergic reaction to anesthetics, so I borrowed August and a couple engineers to hold 76 down while I set his legs. Oh. Application of foam cast and appropriate analgesia followed. Personal notes, noisy day, but hopefully an object lesson to the rest of the outpost about jump jet maintenance. Patient is healing nicely, should be falling off roofs again in a week. You don't have a smartphone? You got a flip phone? Okay, so Augie is like right down. Yeah, there he is right there. We'll talk to him when we're done everywhere else. There you go. There's Hanley.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on Eos, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
Still matters.
We were all shaped by that history.
Yep.
Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping. Hello, Ryder.
Hello. Did we go in here already? I thought there was a vendor in here somewhere. Right there in the back. Doesn't have much. No messages. Formal request for Darket Tirvian. Making the request again, Bradley. I know it's not your fault. I know she's supposed to be second wave, but I want a trail so that when all this calms down in a few years, we can get proper outraged about how long it took to reunite families, especially ones hurt during the Site 1/2 mess. You know, broken promise is a thing, right? Requesting the deployment of Darket Tirvian, some designation exo studies specialist. Reason, she's an asset that will help viability. She's also my daughter. Oh, there's another one. Oh, thank God. Like I said yesterday, never, if you've got the money, never turn down an opportunity. To get those. Let's see, assault rifles, pistols, assault rifle mods, scope, shotgun. Armor pieces. That's a dupe. Definitely get rid of that. Okay, so now we have two of them. There are larger larger remnant enemies that the Cobra RPG can take out in one hit. Extremely powerful, but as you saw, extremely expensive. And they're not all over the place either as far as getting them from vendors. So like I said, anytime I have an opportunity to buy them and I have the money for them, I get them. Oh, wait a minute. There's upstairs.
I keep wondering what our scientists will cook up for Eos.
We came to explore and learn. That's who we are.
Really hope all those scientists will be safe out here.
Kane Fox.
Hi.
Hi.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait. Oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, too. I'm Fox, Chief Engineer at your service.
What are the other Outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The Remnant are a wild card. But I hear you almost have that solved, which is amazing.
Amazing.
And you found us a good site. I think Eos is really going to be special.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it. I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance. Thanks for asking.
Bye, Fox.
Bye. Stay safe out there.
Datapad. Work rosters week 2. Water course repair team. Kane Fox, Lorelei Smith, Matthew Kinnison, damage, course damage sheet, HSM Alex Jennings, Sayel Verpek, Jamie Kasperick.
Work rosters. That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings, assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert.
Only one location matches the sound from the medical equipment. A monolith.
Let's go.
Let's go! Was that the only one? Scratchpad. Login. Chief Engineer Kane Fox. This file is filled with sketches, annotations, and exploded schematic views. Many are focused on a combined road monorail network for Eos, showing several different but brilliant designs. Always good to be back to the old standby when I need to think. Underneath are several doodles showing elegant redesigns of the Nexus tram system map. Posted to one side are a number of downloaded statistics on predicted population growth over the next century. Got a baseline. Bradley's always looking for the number, good for the numbers. Joining its statistics is the blocked out, simplistic drawing of Prodromos, dotted lines showing expansion with detailed sketches of water and sewage lines underground, wireless power routers, and the flow of foot traffic. Sloppy, but it's a start. On the other side is a sketch of a Pathfinder helmet with downloaded notes on material testing and safety regulations. Design fundamentals look solid, no need to worry. Hey, from the Nexus, Fox, how is it there? I hear Bradley has things up and running smoothly. I knew you guys could do it. Tell me all about Eos. It's boring here, so I have to live vicariously through you. As for the advice you asked for, just be yourself. I know how you get when you're nervous. This special lady will like you a lot more if you just relax. You got this, buddy. Good luck. What about that guy right there? Let's take a shortcut.
Sam, another memory prompt?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting this far.
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. Everyone is just ready. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on Eos later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Fawkes Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
The first two outposts didn't have a chance. It was clear to everyone on the ground.
I saw the brief. I'm making sure every one of our people is eyes wide. You changed this planet, but that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
I haven't reached the end of that trail, but not everyone died outright.
Right. They tell me there were staggered evacs. If any want to try again, they're welcome. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda. Make it real.
Is that it?
The Nexus must be waiting, Pathfinder. Relax. There will be more for you on Eos after you get back.
Any insights about the people running the show from the Nexus?
I only work with Addison. She's by the book. And with all the shit that happened, that's to her credit.
And the others?
I only work with Addison.
Off the record.
Anything you'd say if you weren't in their direct employ?
If I wasn't in their direct employ, I'd give that rat's nest a wide berth. Outposts deal with Addison. She deals with the others. And I don't envy her.
Yeah, where did Prodromos get
What's
its name?
behind naming the outpost Prodromos?
It means forerunner. Languages bore the shit out of me, but we voted fair. That ownership is key to the initiative. That's how you convince a bunch of civilians to jump galaxies. As long as we meet our obligations to the Nexus, what we build and how we organize, we get to figure it out.
Tell me about yourself.
August Bradley, retired from the Alliance. I keep the discipline, but not so much the doctrine. I joined the initiative because it's a frontier. Not a lot of those left. Not that you can reach on my pension anyway.
Any family?
A niece on Earth. We didn't talk after my sister passed.
I've had similar happen to my family.
Yes, well, we stay out of people's grief.
My father, your sister. Sounds like we've both lost a lot.
We stay out of people's grief, Pathfinder.
What is that? Stay out of people's grief? You've said it before.
Shit, that's right. You didn't have the block leader death talk. The thing is, you and your father, not unique, just recent. Every initiative species, except maybe Asari and Krogan, went into cryo with friends and family and woke up knowing they were all dead. Everything we build begins with that. The unsaid start to the initiative. So yeah, we stay out of people's grief.
How do you keep it from just spilling out?
I let it. And my people stay out of it when I do. And I stay out of theirs. What's that old saying? Children with dead parents think everything is possible and nothing is safe. That seems like it fits anyone in the initiative. Or maybe everyone.
What can you say about the Prodromos block?
Exacting bunch, as the science types always are. We'll eventually allow the staking of claims for groups with enough startup resources. Not quite gold rush, not quite land grants. Honored to lead them, for as long as they need me.
Just looking for a status report. Informal, of course.
Not much to report. We're making life up as we go.
We'll talk another time.
Oh, and Pathfinder, what I said about grief, every pirate we brought to this cluster woke up with the same reality you did. Maybe think about that, when shooting doesn't have to start.
Wait, we don't have to shoot people? I beg to differ. All right, what's our map look like? So we got a lot of stuff open to us now. The memory trigger over there. Lost Brother, that's the pendant that we picked up yesterday. Another memory trigger. The first murderer, we talked about that the first day. Forward stations, you can fast travel to any of those. Minerals. It's essentially a square map. You can see me moving the cursor around the boundaries. It's too bad it's not something like No Man's Sky or Starfield in that regard. A little bit more area to do, but it's fine like it is, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, let's do we want to run over there and do that real quick? Or do we save it? Nah, we've got a few minutes before. I'm trying to start the breaks a few minutes, the lunch breaks before, a few minutes before 12. So that way we can make sure that I don't ramble on too long. So we want the break to sit on top of the ads. Or have the ads run while the break is going on, so you guys don't miss anything. People that don't subscribe anyway. All right, so yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and take a break. When we get back, we'll do that side mission at the top of the screen there. It's just basically an over and back. Go over there, kill some remnant, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, for those of you that are new to the channel, every day, every time we stream at least 4 hours, we take a break every 2 hours. Normally those breaks are 10 minutes. But because it's the weekend and it's noon, I'm going to be taking a lunch break. So that means it'll be an extra 5 minutes. So we'll take 15. We'll come back and we will continue. So let me pick a break. And we'll go do the thing. Let's do some diabolical waffle this time. 1441. I'll come back and we'll continue. Thank you all for being here very much. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. Happy Sunday. Let's go take a break. All right, we're back. Let me check a couple of things here before we pick back up. Ah, there we go. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, let's go help these idiots here. Completely unknown technology to us, and they're already trying to control them. Oh, do we want to bring anybody else in the squad? We've kind of been running with Cora and Liam because those are the first two that you get. But we can swap out anybody for anybody at this point. The only one we haven't met yet. We have not had PB, Vetra, or Drac with us. Okay, no more options for... No more options for the Nomad. I do have an RC.
Is this show for my benefit?
Vroom,
Because
vroom.
I'm benefiting.
Vroom, vroom. How long you been here, Baldar? You want to pick a squad mate? Let's see. Who do we want to get rid of? You want Vetra? All right. Yeah, Vetra's one of my favorites. She's a big girl. Anybody else out there have a choice? We have Vetra and Cora. And Sarah. They all end in A's. Oh my god. And they all end in RA. Holy crap. What are we going to do? You thought Vetra was big. Vroom, 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 vroom. I was going to say I have an RC model of the Nomad. I also have a matchbox sized one on the shelf behind me over my right shoulder. You know, you won't be able to see it in this view, but over there on the shelf back there. Back when the game originally launched. Yeah, exactly. I don't need ammo. I've got a Krogan.
Drac, how come you like me? We Turians haven't exactly treated Krogan very well.
You aren't like most Turians, Vetra. You know what it's like to hurt a little.
I haven't taken half the shots you have. Still have all my limbs.
Give it time.
The hell are we going for this? Did we already go buy it? Was it at... Wow, I thought it was... Holy crap. Okay. I thought it was a little bit farther away than that. But when Andromeda first came out, they had a collector's edition that included the RC model. You could also buy it separately. I wasn't as much into the collector's edition stuff back then as I am now, 2017. So I did not get it. But buying the RC separately at the time was like $200, I think, or something like that. Pretty expensive. But then after the game didn't do as well as everybody had hoped, The price eventually dropped. I think I paid like $35 for it.
No sign of that work crew. Someone left their gear behind. Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money.
Lexi, found another colonist.
So many. All right, send me their information.
Yeah, don't you love the timed missions?
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Yeah, see, I knew it was someplace over here. I'd just forgotten about the part that we just did.
Tough to get used to life on this rock. Too long staring at it from the Nexus and knowing we'd failed.
A hard world, but you can get used to anything if you try.
Simple way to know you did good. More people walking than buried. I like hoodoos. Play it right, you can trick a thresher right into one. Squish.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Help us! Please!
God damn it, I did the wrong thing again. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Oh, the headbutt from Drag. Shit. Got a little aggressive there. Hopefully it's not going to make me drive the whole damn thing again.
Nexus about you guys leaving.
Shit.
Most everyone realizes we're weaker without the Krogan backing us up.
Had to happen. We're done being pushed around.
It wasn't us doing the pushing. That was leadership's mistake.
And the rest of you paid for it, the way it always goes, kid.
That kind of stuff right there, the banter, that's one of my favorite parts of this game. Just listening to that, listening to the...
I like hoodoos.
Nice
Play
work.
it right, you could trick a thresher right into one. Squish.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher
chemistry,
in the
if you
long
will,
run.
or lack thereof. Oh boy, there are a couple of people that do not get along if you bring
Help
them
us,
together.
please.
Oh man. Get that damn assembler taken care of first. More, Knack, more.
Hostiles ahead!
Drac does that a lot. You'll hear that. Remnant nullifier.
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the remnant didn't work out?
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasbrick? Yeah, I bet. These remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
Because I know what I'm doing.
I have a super intelligent AI and enough experience with the remnant to be careful.
Jennings, this isn't working. We tried.
Cool, everybody!
Caesar!
But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder.
Happy Sunday!
Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Yeah, but you're an idiot. I'm trying to... I think this is... Whoa. I mentioned this the other day. You notice the symbol for the monolith in the center of the compass at the top of the screen? Notice how it's white. Whenever you come upon a location in the game, it will be white until you have found everything that there is to find at that location. And there is something here that always gives me trouble trying to find it to get that spot cleared. Drac sounds like he's constipated. Is that it? No. Platinum. 4. They came all the way over there to get 4? No. How's everything going, C-Star? How's everything in Finland today? How's the weather for everybody, by the way? As far as the heat. I don't know. I guess whatever this issue is, it's still an issue.
Life support levels critical. Please seek safety.
Oh, you could always do that too. Merrimack 86. So where is Merrimack in the what part of the state is that in? All right, I'm not gonna waste any more time on it ever. All right, so let's do the there we go. First murder. Let's Let's do the next part of this. One town north of the mass border.
So wait, you're Kesh's father?
Grandfather, actually. She tell you about me?
Not exactly. She did used to swear up and down about a stubborn old fossil, usually while hitting something.
Stubborn old fossil. She's called me worse on a good day.
My Rushan.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Well, hello, Bugs.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Karkin's gotta eat.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Helsinki, 65 degrees. Oh, I will take 65. Roar!
Hostiles ahead!
That was fun.
Pathfinder, the scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilkin was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Wow, the Remnant took over. Let's check it out.
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
Cadmium.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
We need that for that armor piece. There we go, that's enough. Wind him up and let him go.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. 1. A standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
That's it. Nilkin didn't shoot Reynolds.
Seems clear to me. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No!
Where's Nilkin?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
Son of a bitch.
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect Nilkin. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. you can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Not my favorite part of the game, but
So how'd you meet Cash?
A few years ago, I was running with a mercenary band, mostly smuggling work. Nova Force. Ambitious name for a small-time crew. On one of the jobs, I got caught by Kesh. Made a deal. I got her some experimental prototypes out of Terminus. She didn't turn me in. It became a thing. She was always good for jobs, paid well, and upfront. Credits helped me go independent. But then I got suspicious. All the things she was asking me to get. So I asked. That's when I heard about the initiative.
She brought you on.
Oh yeah. I bought the pitch, like everyone else.
basically you have to drive around and look at the graph. Or the meter, however you want to phrase it. Find the best spot and then just fire off one of those things. And just keep doing that until you're satisfied. Until you're satisfied with what it's got. Alright, so we'll go back and... Yes, fast travel. Practically finished now. lost all the American habits. All right, so let's craft this. Then we'll go back to the Nexus and
After these messages, we'll be right back.
do the things that we can do up there now. We gotta talk to the Pyjack that's on the ship now too. Oh man, I wonder if that would. Let me try something while that's... Filter. Add. User-defined shader. Scan. Nobody's done the VCR or the VHS one in a while. Emboss, drunk, corner. Let me try one of these other shit. I don't know what this is gonna do. Apparently nothing. Mess it up. That's what it's gonna do. Aspect ratio. Box blur. Yes, I know the screen disappeared. We were talking about doing something like a maybe a sepia filter or something that makes the what you guys see kind of have an old-timey effect. What does that one do? There you go. How about that? It's called Seasick. There is literally dozens upon dozens upon dozens of filters. That you can choose from. That's where the pixelation stuff came from as well. For the we do the Mario look. All right. For those of you that were here yesterday, I did do some updates to the Hangman. So whoa, you can now guess a word. Why is my controller acting up? Cadmium. I think it was in this one. Yeah. Pathfinder chest piece. Oh my god. I need platinum. Screw you. Don't give me the damn thing until I can actually do it. All right, let's go. Finish some stuff. All right, thanks, C-Star. Thanks for coming out. It's good to see you as always. If we don't see you before we're done, enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Ascent is go.
Leaving out.
Here's a dad joke
All
for
clear.
you. I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs.
Ha!
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Whatever, it's cool.
You're professionals. I'm not going to babysit bunk assignments. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things.
We can change armor color too.
The Remnant and breached their vault.
Or casual outfit.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on, hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough, without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
If Krogan are known for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical? Good meeting, everyone.
Augmentations are rare materials that can be added to some blueprints. Items incorporating augments can be more powerful or behave differently. Yeah, so we can now.
I'm in the galley when you're free.
We can now color Sarah's casual outfit as well as her armor. They are both pink right now, so that lets you guys know, just like in the other games. If you want to choose it, you can. One or the other.
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. Can't make sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Can't argue with that.
I love Drac. Drac is awesome.
Ryder, you meet
Ryder.
Slater yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for Kesh ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
One more.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah, my peacekeeping career went up in smoke when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost. I'm not thrilled about it myself, but it is what it is.
Just make sure it can't unshackle itself. There'll be hell to pay if that happens.
80 turned out okay.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable. It works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
The whole war stories thing, that's gonna be pretty much always there when you're talking to Drac.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
All right, talk to the doctor again.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years in the Hyperion looking after your brother.
Happy to have you, Dr. Tapero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh. Thing is, Ryder, you're not my type.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Am I distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you
Oh,
are. But we were
burn!
discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats her vegetables.
Yeah, I need to put up the poll in Discord to see who we're going to romance this time around.
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
Yep, right there. This is Vetra's room.
Maybe they could... Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Now's as good a time as any.
No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
And you're good with guns?
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
It's later.
Terraforming, Atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone. Bleh.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh.
Oh.
No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Anywhere's gonna feel empty if you don't have someone to share it with.
A romantic? I wasn't expecting that. Then again, the entire idea of leaving everything you know for a chance at something new is kind of romantic. Anyway.
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on. Something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
That's... Yeah, where did you find a couch?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted exploration, to chase the cutting edge of Prothean research. I thought I'd found my calling. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
Get sloshed.
I'm looking for moments like this with people like you.
You don't know me yet. Still an answer, though. Something far from home. I get it.
Back at you, Costa. Why do you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it. In crisis response, I'd focus on essentials. That's you and this team. Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered. You've got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest. Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
I'll leave that for now.
You barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
You found your place. Not everyone gets that.
I knew it. Glad for it every day. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Sadly,
Life with my
non-traditional.
family was not typical on a number of fronts.
You make do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Okay, that's it for him for now. Let's see, where is the space monkey? We have to talk to Gil too. Haven't done that yet.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Happy to be of service. I think you'll see that showing up is only one of my many talents.
Oh yeah? You're not hitting on me, are you?
Thought I was. Is it not one of my many talents?
I'm just not susceptible, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Liam's more my speed.
Yeah.
Well,
Liam.
Got it. Sorry.
No sweat at all. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Deal. Gil Brody, what do we got this time? Have a lot of time or a lot of money? Can I have both? Oh, hey, let's spend some points while we're here. $18. Blood raid. $4. Maybe hacks into her enemies' hard suits, infecting them with an invasive VI that weakens their defenses. Liam 4. Eight more. Biotic recharge speed. That's it. Recharge speed. Recharge. We may just go with pull, throw, and charge. And that's it. You want to spread yourself, or at least I don't prefer. I'll try to keep my squad mates as evenly balanced as possible, but me, I'll find something that works and I will stick to it. Kinetic Warper profile unlocked. The Adept profile is now at level 2. So yeah, rank 2 bonuses. I think they go up to 6. Is it 6? You see all those extra bonuses and stuff. The camera's covering some of it up, but you can see there some nice buffs there. Oops, wrong button. All right. Anyway, talk to everybody in here. Let's grab our... I kicked off some missions. I think it was after the stream yesterday. Some of these might fail. Yep. All right, let's see what else we got here. 61%. We'll do a 72. Obviously, the higher okay. Let's see. Do I need... Let's see. Where are my rewards? There we go. There he is.
Whoops. Looks like our Pyjack friend got out of his cage. He'll be fine, won't he? The exercise will probably do him good.
The last squad mate. Obviously, we don't have them yet. This will be their room. We still have a ways to go before we get there.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should.
Oh, damn it, I was gonna... Huntress.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando.
Huntress is going to be our drinking game.
Before the initiative.
For this game.
Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
She says that a lot, so...
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with a Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
You were his second in command. Were you friends too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way. And I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
A commando friend said something like that once. I explained I wasn't into women, however admirable they might be.
So
I said I'd still take a bullet for her. We were a team. Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
I'll be here will be her catchphrase. When you're done talking to her.
Ryder?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. Your time defending Silva's expedition was probably more important. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization. Like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell.
Already,
Makes you
4
wonder
times.
what our militia will look like in 100 years.
You were in the Alliance before you became a Huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
The Prothean digs woke us up to how much we don't know, and to what humanity's next leap might be. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
I wanted to find worlds and secrets no one had ever seen, and Scott was itching for adventure. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term. After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
Yeah, she's got some more stories too.
After 4 years with Asari commandos, he must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. Any more commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic protege. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing. Crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
Let's see. Let me reset that. But I need to change the label on it. Where did I put it? It's gonna change the screen here for a second while I...
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
It's just another way to get to the back. Oh, that should be hidden, by the way. Let's see, is there anybody we need to talk to? Research to be done. Weapons. Piranha shotgun. Level 2. Where is it? There we go. Okay, I need some more. Need some more copper. You can buy resources too.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic, but I'm sure things will quiet down soon. Can't be worse than the Nexus. unfamiliar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Oh, nice. I have not looked to see what the word is. There's like, I pared down the list of words. For now, they're all 4-letter words. They're all clean. Don't get any ideas. They're all 4-letter words, and there's like 20 of them. So just while we're testing everything, all that. Do, 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 do. Well, I'm guessing the third letter is an A. I'm guessing. No, it can't be. It's one of the guess letters. Poor.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
It's a good day to party.
Relax, Lieutenant. If there was ever a day to pop some champagne.
Certainly. The initiative's finally back on track.
Professor Herrick, right?
Whoa.
What you achieved
Sarah
with that
got
remnant
short.
vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
We've taken some hard knocks.
Excuse me.
But this proves we'll always get up again.
Always.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
Herrick.
Enough. Look, this isn't going to work. Just give me another chance.
All right, yeah, so you can see some of the scaffolding and stuff that was here before when we actually left is now gone.
What are you doing with that ship? That part doesn't go there. I gotta tell Cash to do something about her mechanics. We headed out soon?
I don't remember what the list is. I just picked like 20 4-letter words.
Should I apply for an outpost? I'd miss having you here.
This is the lady that's going to have the Cobra RPGs. I think. Yeah, she definitely has the double mod extensions. Those are another nice one to have. Remnant decryption keys. Those are good to get too. When you get near the end of the game and you don't want to feel like messing with the puzzles anymore, you can just use one of those to give it the I win button. Backup life support. Nomad model, Nexus model. What was it we needed? We needed platinum, right? Is that what it was? vehicle. Vehicles. I think we have to get to Kadora. Was thinking it might be Burn.
The use of firearms on the Nexus is against initiative regulations.
Yeah, so now that this part's open, the vortex that you mentioned yesterday, that's the bar. We won't do anything in here for now, but get a sneak peek at the bar. There'll be some stuff to do in here later. Hydroponics is directly above us up there. The apartments that I mentioned are down that way. There'll be some stuff to do down there as well.
Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing, education.
What's the trouble?
I've got power shortages throughout the station. I can't for the life of me find the cause. Oh, whoa, you're the Pathfinder. Hey, sorry, please ignore me. You've got way more important things to do.
Power to the Nexus is pretty important. I'm happy to help.
That's great, because I'm at a loss. There are obvious short circuits cropping up all over the place. A Pathfinder's eye might reveal something.
There's a power short here. We could scan the area.
Not right now.
Wouldn't it be more practical to build these vaults on the surface?
Rachni engineered mastered underground construction a millennium ago.
Chief.
The Remnant fellows probably had the same idea. Wouldn't mind it. Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Try and stop me.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Geophysics beta build. Patch notes. Streamlined interface with OmniTool. Minimal lag. Tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminium. Haptic interface. No longer defaults to transparent. Customized SAM handshake protocols. Final proposal, Professor Herrick. Since we are, by definition, an invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. The Helios cluster represents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservation of the biodiversity of the Milky Way. But this cluster is scarred by the Scourge, and its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. That, too, requires observation. More research. Oh, didn't Carrie want to talk to us? No. She'll always be right there when you get off. When you get off the Tempest.
A reminder that alcoholic beverages must be consumed within private quarters or at the vortex. A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is HNS.
Are you waiting for me? You look like you're waiting for me.
has confirmed full deployment on Eos. We expect the colony to be fully self-supporting soon and able to send us supplies.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Vladimir.
Please address concerns first with Director Addison. One must obey protocol.
Do it. God damn it.
You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. My department actually has colonial affairs to direct. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AVP, ready for spending.
Sam said there was new functionality to discuss.
It's how the initiative was designed to support the Pathfinder. You and your team are out there making Andromeda viable. That empowers all of us. Hit a threshold. A new cryo group can be brought out. Want more focus on research, like on prodromos? That's your call. Brecker will introduce the interface and handle minutiae. All you need to do is decide what life in Andromeda needs. No pressure.
No pressure. Isn't that what they all say? Would you rather give up your cell phone for a month or bathing for a month? Gotta be clean, man. Gotta be clean. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo Deployment Administrator Vladimir Brecker, C-63 Galati. Your first task is to decide irrevocably the course of every life in the initiative.
What?
You kidding?
Yes, of course. But now you respect what we're doing. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our future. How can I help?
What's the rundown on AVP?
Much of the preparation in the
I know.
Milky Way was determining how to measure
Exactly,
success.
Beldar.
Thresholds
They
are
don't
about
know what it's like to not have or need a cell phone.
what we can actually afford to support. Points aren't the most elegant system, but it makes it clear. The more you earn, the more we can deploy.
How are you measuring thresholds?
It's based on resource estimates and general stability, a metric of acceptable scope and risk. The more you achieve, the greater capacity we can accommodate, the more the initiative can do for you. Simplest explanation? The more you do, the more room we have to grow.
So I decide what groups to wake up. Won't everyone be out eventually?
Absolutely. But there's an order to things, lines of support. You can't deploy an omelet without first deploying eggs. And eggs won't get you steak. Except it's people, and how all our lives begin.
All right, Brekka. Where do I start?
The interface is active and will respond only to a Pathfinder. It's ready for your first selection. You may begin shaping the initiative at your
Oh
leisure.
no. Dun dun dun. Science, military, and commerce are your three groups. Trade capacity, let's see, earn credits from investments at regular intervals. Gray markets, military. Receive a drop of consumable supplies at regular intervals. Organic materials. Tech materials. Reveal hidden caches around established forward stations. Those will be on your planets and stuff as you're doing that. Tactics. Earn 15% more credits for Apex missions. Science. Earn research points at regular intervals. Receive a selection of minerals at regular intervals. I don't remember which ones I usually took. I guess maybe research points. 100 Milky Way. 45 minutes. I get more. Fring.
Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
We send them where you signal, because that's where the need is. There's no time for preference.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Struggling. Need I remind you that viability isn't abstract, it's lives, our foothold. Get out there, Ryder. Pathfind, we're dying.
She's so fucking dramatic.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
I want to avoid that entirely. For reasons.
Reasons, that's it?
Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekka's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Pathfinder, AVP leveling continues as per your directions. And of course, the interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
Let's get someone out first.
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
That's it? You'll just do it?
Nowhere in my job description does it say argue with the Pathfinder.
Argue with the
That
Pathfinder.
said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
Let's keep this between us. Here's the info.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Why'd you join the initiative?
I was a teacher. A good life. I could see the positives and negatives right through to the end.
You did the math and it said come to Andromeda?
No, I just didn't like being able to see the end. Here, I don't have a clue what tomorrow will bring. Feels more like living.
What? We just did this.
Pathfinder?
What's your take on the state of the initiative?
Please consult the AVP interface. It has a thorough breakdown of your progress.
And your personal opinion?
Your progress thrills me. Make my job obsolete, Pathfinder. I dare you.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
So you can get, let's see. Yeah, viability. As you do each of the planets, and obviously you don't know the other 4 are yet because we haven't been there yet. You can do the same basic process that we've done for Eos. You got to do the monoliths, then you got to find the vault, then you got to complete the vault and all of that stuff. And then work on other activities on the planet to try and get it up to 100%.
Pathfinder,
Gary.
do you have just a minute?
Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
The documentary's going great. Your comments really got people talking. Director Tan loved the first broadcast. Sent a contribution for your expenses.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Let's get to the juicy stuff. Scientists are excited about your new outpost, though there are questions about how Prodromos can survive where Sites 1 and 2 failed.
Being honest.
I gave Prodromos the best start a Pathfinder could, but we can't predict everything. We just do our best.
Probably not the rah-rah quote Tan would hope for, but very genuine. Facing those risks must be stressful. How do you relax between missions?
I hit the bar hard. Oh, let's talk to her. See what she would do.
What about you? I can't imagine you putting your camera down for anything.
I'm not the one history cares about.
I need a minute to think about my answer, and I'd like to know.
Back home, I'd go sailing. I love the water. Nowadays, I play ocean sounds, close my eyes, and remember. Okay, your turn.
I read up on the amazing things we've seen, and the Tempest has some incredible views of the cluster.
This is history too, these little moments between. Shots of this remnant tech, some narration, that completes an episode. Thanks for stopping.
You can have kind of a...
Footage of that remnant vault is sealed.
It's like a fling. You can have a fling with Carrie. It's not a real full-blown romance or anything like that, like you would get with, you know, PB or Cora or, you know, Gil or anybody else. It won't cause any friction with the full romance partner, if
How
you
many
will.
times have I told you this story?
343.
Wait, what? You've been keeping count? Rushan, that's not funny. Ryder, can
Ryder.
you leave this place?
One space station slightly dented?
You should have seen it a year ago. It was more than just dented. Anyway, thanks for bringing me on. Tan can't kick me off the station now, and it's been nice seeing my granddaughter again.
You really did miss her while you were gone, huh?
I really did. Cash can handle herself just fine, but it's still good to be nearby, just in case.
You sure look thoughtful.
Just thinking about the first time Cash got her hands on a toolkit.
Care to share? I have a feeling this one will be interesting.
You don't have to ask me twice. Let's see, the first time, yeah, it was our power generator. She took it apart with the blunt side.
Wouldn't that cause shorts or something?
She liked the fireworks. You can imagine what it was like when she figured out that cracking open bigger things made even bigger sparks.
Pathfinder, thanks for helping Raj and Zara find Atkins.
Sure.
Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will lighten up.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all
All right, first murderer is up next. More neck, more.
authorities must be approved to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now,
Hey, there's a puke on the floor. I'm gonna get sick. You're sick. Locking a man up with germs. If I die, I'm gonna sue your asses.
Keep blowing that hot air, pal. It'll dry out faster.
I hear you went down to Eos. Did you find anything to help my case?
An enemy blast to the back killed the chief. Your shot missed.
What? You're kidding me. Thank the spirits. This is great.
Hold on there. The chief's Omni tool recorded you over the body. Sam, play back.
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock. Shit.
Not only did you think you killed him, you meant to.
But you just said I didn't, so it doesn't matter, right? The conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
Director Tan will determine what's to be done. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
We'll see about that.
Attempted murder? You shouldn't be penalized?
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
The upstairs part should be open by now. Yeah.
Good to see you. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend.
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan, but you don't know me.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity speaks for itself, Ryder. Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful. You'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder support.
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do as much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You might also run into exiles.
Oh,
They
yeah.
leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Yep.
Though with Ark still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I don't need permission.
I wasn't really asking for
Oh!
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
it. Right.
He's such a jerk.
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your brother, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
A reminder, you have AVP outstanding.
Right. Have to talk to Addison's assistant about viability perks. Sounds useful.
I already did that. Yeah, so there's some historical stuff in here as well. You know, you've got the Normandy. We can do some all that stuff later. There's enough intro and setting the groundwork stuff that we've already done. Let's save some of that stuff for later. There will be plenty of chances to do it. Is it time to get these missions back? Let's take a look. Nope, not yet. Okay, so those will definitely be later.
Report. One bar brawl, participants arrested.
Maintenance crews, please report.
Oh, we got to go back and talk to these guys. Yep. Broken wires. Do that while we're here.
Top scientists have a few answers. The dark energy. Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Why is that in here?
Pathfinder, I believe you found the culprit responsible for the power shortages.
Alert Professor Herrick to come secure it.
Done.
Please check your duty roster for important updates.
530. Operations.
Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors of the Nexus. I can't believe he's not returning my calls. This story's gonna make him look terrible. Maintenance crews, please report to the
Pathfinder.
comms area.
Wow. I'm Davis Carr, Helios News Service. Maybe you've heard my voice over the vids. I'm trying to file a story right now, but hey,
HNS, huh? Where are the rest of you?
I had an editor, but it's crazy out here. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between freedom and tyranny, or something.
Holy shit, it's 2 o'clock already? Damn.
Who pays for you to do this?
Technically, HNS is an arm of the initiative, but we serve the public, not them. Sometimes the higher-ups try and tell us what to broadcast, Tan especially, but we decide what to run and how to run it. It causes friction, but at least I can live with myself.
Were you a journalist back in the Milky Way?
I was. Sort of. Only had a couple internships under my belt. Good places, though. New Star Chronicle even sent me to Mars for a week. The plan was just to work as a reporter out here. Then the uprising happened. We got a little too close. My editor was killed. Tan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Now all I want to do is keep going.
I met another journalist, Carrie Tavessa.
Yeah, we're running Carrie's series. Path of a Hero. Good stuff. I'm mostly on my own, so pretty much anyone who brings me news is welcome. Content is king, and her content is really touching a nerve.
It must be difficult to set up a broadcast from scratch.
No, it's easy. Beyond the lack of staff, resistant authorities, and constant technical glitches. Still, I'm getting there. May have an honest-to-goodness source in Nexus security, if she ever calls me back.
Who's your source?
No journalist worth their salt will ever give that up.
Talk to you later, Davis.
Hey, Ryder, before you go, I hate to ask, but it seems like your job takes you all over. The places we
Side
can't
quest,
broadcast yet.
multi-part.
If I send receivers to your ship, would you mind placing them on some planets? It'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
What do you need from me exactly?
I'm digging up good stories here, but not a lot of people beyond the Nexus can hear them. Our long-distance transmitter sends package data between ships, and even planet-side, provided there's a receiver on the other end. I need someone to place receivers and boost our signal. We only have a few, so they need to go on planets with people.
Okay, Davis. I'll help you get set up.
Great. Just place a receiver near an outpost, and they'll get our reports.
Go. Sid is right here. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and call it a day here so we can get done before the ad kicks in. I have to wait for it. So yeah, we're still doing legwork stuff and intro stuff and stuff like that. So it'll pick up. It'll pick up. So no worries there. All right. So that's going to be it for the day. Thanks everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. Good to see all of you. If you have any suggestions for the Hangman stuff, let me know. Try some different words, longer words. I figured the 4-letter words would be a little bit easier to do, but maybe not. So if you have any thoughts, put them in Discord. So anyway, that's it for me for the week. And hey, Eva, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we're shutting down. Thank you all for being here very much. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it. And we will see you on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, where we will continue from right here. So until then, hasta la vista. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.
Who turned out the lights?